Anya.
And I'm Maddie.
And we're Tweeks.
Tween
Geeks. Last weekend, Guardians of the Galaxy came out and made $94 million.
It's almost as if everyone wanted to see it. Well, everyone except for Anya, who's too lazy to get out of bed.
Who would want to wait? There's an adorable, wisecracking raccoon with a gun. That's awesome.
I'm gonna see it when you see it again.
Well, then you're gonna agree it's totally awesome. But until then, get out.
Don't say I'm the evil twin.
No. Of the sisters in Guardians of the Galaxy, you're the Nebula, the character played by Karen Gillan. Guardians of the Galaxy was awesome! If you follow us on social media, you'll know that Rocket Raccoon is my latest obsession. And he did not disappoint.
It's a fake laugh.
It's real!
And neither did his best friend / bodyguard Groot, a sentient tree.
I'm Groot.
And the coolest thing was, even though he could only say, "I am Groot," Rocket understood what he was really saying.
I am Groot. So what? It's better than 11%. What the hell?
If you saw Thor 2, at the end of the credits, there's a little teaser showing the Collector getting the ether, which kind of sets you up for the movie.
There are 6 color-coded Infinity Gems in the Marvel Universe. In the movies, they're called stones, and in the comics, they're called gems. They're remnants of godlike beings, so on their own, they're very powerful. But when they're all put together, they make the person in charge of them the most powerful person in the universe. Each Infinity Stone has a different power. We've seen the Tesseract, the Space Stone in the Avengers, when it allowed the Chitauri invaders to reach Earth, and then transport Loki and Thor back to Asgard. Then, in Thor 2, Maliki took the Ether, the Reality Stone, and caused all kinds of chaos.
Guardians of the Galaxy revolves around the orb, the Power Stone. You see, Peter Quill
Star-Lord.
Who?
Well, Star-Lord, man. Legendary outlaw.
is a Ravager. They're kind of like space pirates. And he's looking to get the orb to do a quick payoff, which means he's double-crossing his fellow space pirates. Peter is great. He is kind of like a Han Solo, Indiana Jones, and Captain Kirk all rolled into one. So not only does Peter want the orb, Rocket and Groot want Peter so they can collect the bounty on his head. And Gamora wants the orb for the baddie of the movie at first, but then she wants it for other reasons. It's the orb that gets them all thrown in prison, where they meet Drax, the Destroyer. And so I don't spoil anything for you, just know that it's the orb that gets them all to band together to fight Ronan the Accuser, who wants to use the orb to destroy the planet Xandar, because he's all into vengeance and he can't just honor the peace treaty. The thing you have to know about the movie is that it's fun, and it keeps you laughing and on the edge of your seat. The movie had so much to it, but it didn't feel nearly as long as it actually was. People who normally don't like comic book movies and sci-fi would still love this movie. The language is a little bit questionable, but it is PG-13 after all. I think it's fine for kids, but you might want to leave the little ones at home. The acting is really good, too. There's so many people you know from it. Like Peter Quill is played by Chris Pratt, who is Emmett Brakowski in the Lego movie. And Zoe Saldana plays Gamora, a really kick-butt fighter girl. Leah Pace plays a very different role from his role in Pushing Daisies as the Pie Maker. He's Ronan in this. And Karen Gillan, our beloved Amy Pond, plays Nebula in this, Gamora's evil, spiteful, jealous sister. Stay for the end of the credits, because there's a little teaser like all of the Marvel movies. Howard the Duck's in it! Kids, go on YouTube and watch clips from the Howard the Duck movie from the 80s. He was also mentioned in Phineas and Ferb's Mission Marvel, which got us to look him up in the first place. He was also in the Amazing Spider-Man cartoon and Hulk and the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He looks kind of weird. I mean, he's not cute, but you gotta love a duck that talks.
You know, this is beginning to seriously undermine my self-esteem.
Ducks are so cute when they walk, even space ducks. Please subscribe and tell your friends.
We're on every Thursday on ComicMix.com.
Listen, baby.